Carl here from Games, Brains and a Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial.com for short, with a review of the new Flotsam and Jetsam album. Now, are you like me? When you hear Flotsam and Jetsam, the name or the arrival of new music, and you kind of go, oh yeah, they're a cool band, they're a good band, they're a great band, they're still around. That's kind of how it's often been for me with Flotsam and Jetsam. They're a band I check in on when I hear about them. It's like, oh yeah, they're still doing great stuff, they're doing great music, they're great fun to listen to, and then I kind of just forget about them for a long time. I think a lot of people do, but not recently. It seems recently the buzz and noise around them has been growing and growing, like they've been almost like a career revival, so to speak. And part of that successful period is partially thanks to what was a phenomenal reaction to their previous album, The End of Chaos. But now they're back with their 14th album, Blood and the War. I couldn't believe it was 14, but there you go. The legendary band will release the album via AFM Records on June 4th, 2021. Now, on the one hand, we do know exactly what we're going to get with Flotsam and Jetsam. I mean, there's no getting around. They've been crying in this axe for a hell of a long time. Their debut was back in 1986. For context, this guy was 2 years old. However, so driven and so on fire are this band at the moment. They actually have still some surprises up their sleeves. But what isn't a surprise is that Blood in the Water is a kick-ass slab of thrash and speed metal. Everything great about this long surviving band, and then some. And it starts so strongly with the absolute inferno of head-banging heaviness that is the title track. The blistering speed of Burn the Sky and the meaty scowl and growl of Brace for Impact. This opening trio got me so stoked. I was straight away on this album, in with them and thinking, yeah, this is going to be great all the way through. Rip-roaring riffs, we get frantic solo and punchy-ass hooks, banging, thumping drums, all backed up by the impressive vocals of AK, who sounds phenomenal on this album. They're absolutely killing it here. And there's no slowing them down as they hit their stride fully on the Thrill Rider as a Place to Die. A modern Flotsam and Jetsam headbanger exuding passion and heavy metal depth as well. What I think is kind of important is that I don't think it's just fans of Flotsam and Jetsam that will get a kick out of this album. This is something for all metal fans. If you say, hey, I love heavy metal and just want something to throw the horns up to and headbang to, this album. If by some miracle, though, you've never come across these guys before, or like me, you kind of just check in and out, there's no excuses here. Walls, it's a momentous sing-along. Cry for the Dead, it's a bit of a darker track that's part metal ballad, part fiery heaviness. A wicked hour, an absolute ball-buster of speed on this one. And Too Many Lives, which has so much snarl, I love it. That's the middle of the album, keeping it right focused, right on track. Each one so very enjoyable. And the thing is, the more I listened to it, the more I started feeling really inspired as well, because it's so inspiring to see this band absolutely killing it here on their 14th album. This isn't a resurgence, so to speak, but rather I think the proof that long-time fans have known all along. I can see them sitting there going, yep, told ya. The energy the band, Flotsam and Jetsam, exude betrays their years, and the latter part of the album keeps that very strong. Dragon, Reaggression, Undone, and 7 Seconds, just confirming that Flotsam and Jetsam are just getting better and better. And let's be honest, long may they continue when the output is this damn good. I love it. I had a great time with this album. Blood in the Water, out on June 4th, 2021 via AFM Records. Do suggest you check it out if you want something to headbang to, but let me know what you think of it in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?